It was the night of December 26th. I was walking home from my friend's party. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. The night was cold. The street was not lit properly. So the house was not so far away. It was only 800 meters. So I preferred walking. But the only problem was stray dogs. Man, you simply cannot figure out what the dog is thinking at the moment. The dog start growling at you, and it's the moment you should better start running away. So I was hoping that I should not meet a dog here and there. The moment I was about to cross this darkest part of the street, I suddenly felt a hand on my right shoulder. Man, a sudden chill went down my spine. I did not even bother to turn back. I started running as fast as I could. And after running for quite a miles, I heard a voice. Ravi, you forgot your phone, man. Then I turned around and see that it was just my friend. You see what I did here? That's called storytelling. This is the type of content you read in novels, you watch in movies, or you hear from somebody who's narrating a story. It is not a compulsion that every storyteller needs to be a bearded old man sitting by the fireplace. Everybody can be a storyteller. All you need is the realization of what kind of story you want to tell to what kind of people and what time. In this video, we are going to talk about storytelling, the importance of it. We are all surrounded by stories. Matter of fact, you are what you are because of your story in the past, because of people's story you are surrounded by, the movies we watch, the novels we read, the products we buy on the basis of their marketing, on the basis of their advertisements. Everything is a story, man. An efficient narration of a story can get you desired results. And if you're already a good storyteller, there are certain benefits that comes with good storytelling, like persuasion, motivation, inspiration, and sometimes, manipulation. With great storytelling skills, you have a better chance of expressing your opinion, or a better chance of getting that deal or getting that promotion. You can be a great parent, you can be a great teacher if you know how to tell stories, my man. We know people who are really famous, and some of them can be an inspiration for us, and we know their stories. And there can be a reason that we love them because of their struggling, motivating stories. You know Superman? You know he is not real, but you would love to watch a Superman movie no matter how many movies they would make. And I heard there's another Superman movie that they're making, and it is going to be releasing next month. I too am a huge fan of Superman. Why are we such huge fans of these unreal characters? Because of their stories. Their stories make them powerful. We like to wear those Superman t-shirts. We love to buy some Superman merchandise. Stories inspire, transform, motivate our lives. That's the power a story holds. So how can you be a great storyteller? First, you need to take two things in mind. The first one is, what is the takeaway of your story, and how you want to make your audience feel. Once you are clear of these two things, let's move on to storytelling. You need to make sure that you paint quite a picture in your audience mind. That means you need to get directly to the action. You need to get to the moment. Skip the rest, skip the introduction and certain things. Directly start your story by painting a picture. Use your words so that your audience can visualize what's happening. For example, so let me tell you about one of the strangest, funniest incident I came across in the past week. I had been chatting with this girl on a dating app for quite a while now. So we decided to meet. One day, I was waiting for her at a Chinese restaurant. I was sitting at a corner sofa. It's been half an hour and there was no sign of her. So I was literally holding a menu card, and I had no business with the menu card. I was simply staring at that, going through all the conversations in my mind, thinking about, wondering what could go wrong, why she hadn't showed up yet. And I pulled out my smartphone and I was simply going through all the messages, and there I looked at the time, and guess what? We decided to meet at 11 p.m. at night. I was waiting there at 11 a.m. That is the level of dumbass you could be. So what I did in this narration was, I tried to paint quite a picture in your mind, and that's what you got to do. When you do this, your audience instantly make a connection with your narration, and they can visualize the event with their own POV. So I did it in a way you can imagine every bit of it. That's what they do in novels. The next thing you have to do is to narrate your story in your own words, the kind of words you have in your vocabulary. This way, you can be natural. This way, you can be yourself. And that's what an audience, a reader wants from you. They want you to be real with them. Be as natural as you can. Be authentic. And use some good body language, man. I cannot stress this enough that when you use body language with your words, it creates a deep impact. It weights the words. That's how you have to use some good body language with your words. There can be a situation when you are not utilizing your body language and your words are saying something and your gestures are saying something. So make sure there's a harmony between the two. Dialogue, that's really important. You cannot simply narrate a story pretty straightforward. You need to put perspective of the speaker and the listener. No matter how many characters are there in your story, make sure you play every part. Either it's writing, or it's simply telling, or it's simply speaking on the camera. Make sure you live every character. David J. Phillips has a great formula for storytelling. He calls it the angel's cocktail. What he basically do is he uses three hormones. He narrates his story in a way that helps the audience secrete these three particular hormones, that is oxytocin, dopamine, and endorphin. When you create suspense and excitement in a story, that helps in secreting this hormone dopamine. And oxytocin is released when you infuse elements of empathy in your story and you are making your audience laugh. That simply means you are using endorphin. So it's better to add some fun elements in your story. Okay, Ravi, we now know how to tell a story, but what to tell? We don't have a story. Everybody has some kind of story. The problem is, some people don't realize that their stories are worth telling. But let me tell you, every fucking story has a place out there in the story world. Every story is narratable. Give it a try. Every story is worth telling. All you need is the right time and place for it. Stories can make speeches 10 times more powerful. Lincoln, Eminem, Steve Jobs all had but one thing in common, and that was they got to tell their stories. Guess who's next?